These days I'm thinking and writing about taking charge of your life because I think it is one of the most important aspects of bringing about a change in the world. We're challenged all over. How do we bring about a change? By lots and lots of people taking charge of their life. This time I want to talk about a personal experience, and the topic is basically attracting the wrong charges. When I had graduated from college and was just about joining the job, and in the rat race I talked about in a job, what I discovered was that most of the evaluation done in the organization was relative, comparative, competitive, and which is what happens in most organizations, including the one which I work, where we try and compare people. And then reward a few and the so-called bell curve. And at that juncture, when I was feeling not good about that comparison, because I was not, as usual, standing in front of the so-called quadrant, magic quadrant, but actually at the back of the magic quadrant, amongst the last 10% of the organization, I was facing the mirror and feeling pretty bad about it. And the moment I started feeling bad about it, I started attracting a lot of negative charges, because till that time I was neutral. And the moment I became negative, I started attracting a lot of negative charges, and it actually swung in a spiral. And my experience is that the moment you allow your mind to drift negatively and start talking about negative thoughts and attracting negative thoughts, you attract negative people, you attract negative thoughts, and negative things happen to you. And one fine day when I was looking at the mirror and I looked at myself and I said that I don't like the picture of this negative person who has blamed anything and everything to everybody else. And I started struggling with the fact that how do I discover my neutrality back and then convert the neutrality into what I call positive thoughts, because what I believed, and I do believe today, that people who think positively, spend time with positive people, give positive thoughts in the environment, positive things happen to them. I mean, that's a big belief I have, because they attract positive energy and positive charge. So at that particular time, how do you wake yourself out of this stupor and make yourself positive? And that is the time I question the whole concept of relativity. God has given birth to so many people in this world, and none of them look alike, none of them behave alike, none of them feel alike, and every single individual of these billions and billions of people are very different. So the world was not meant to be evaluated on a relative scale. It was meant to be in its glorious beauty, to be enjoyed in its individual beautiful way. Every rose is different, every animal is different, and every man and woman is different. And therefore the concept of relative evaluation and making people feel good or bad on relative evaluation is something which organizations have discovered so that they can manage their the jobs of running organizations. And I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with us as individuals feeling good or bad on something which was not meant to be, but is limited to running organizations. So when you face a situation, in my experience, where you are on the lower end of the quartile and feeling bad about it, my suggestion is don't spin out of control, don't attract the negative energy, think positive, think that the relative scales are discovered by people who are small sample in the entire world, and the beautiful you is absolute, and you have to discover the positivity of that absolute person and track the positive thoughts and be in an environment which is very positive, and then you can take charge of your life and feel happy by the great person you are.